podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views expressed are those of the host and guests and do not constitute professional advice. We make no representations or warranties regarding the accuracy, completeness, or applicability of the content. Please consult qualified experts for specific guidance. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered legal, health, tax, or professional advice. Always consult a licensed professional for specific advice related to your situation. Hello, and welcome to the Real Lyfe Topics Podcast. You know what? We are so excited that you are here and grateful that you are coming to hang out with us on today. Remember, if it is your first time, we just want to say thank you for hanging out with us today. Real Lyfe Topics, a place where you are. ARE. We bring topics to you guys that are going to bring awareness, offer resilience and resolution. Ultimately, hoping that you would get to a place of evolution and keep on moving and growing to who you are designed and purposed to be. Well, right about there is what we're going to talk about today. Who are you? Like being who or what you are. Are you one of those people that believe that it is set in stone or it can be shaped? We're going to have this little conversation today. I absolutely believe that our purpose is already set in place for us and it can be shaped, it can be defined, but the core of who you are is already inside of you. It will be developed. It can be influenced, I believe, positively or negatively. But it's extremely important to understand who we are because we have to understand what our core values are, what our value system is, what we believe in, because there will always be opportunities and moments for things to come around to sort of get your attention or get your focus off of possibly what that is. So again, we're here. On Purpose Life is the name of our company. We are in the Real Lyfe Topics Podcast, a place where you are. We ultimately want to bring awareness, resilience, resolution, and evolution, right? So who are you is the question of the day. Have you really figured that out, or have you kind of just been going through life letting everyone else tell you what that is? It could be a great possibility that you don't get to choose where you were born, what street you grew up on, the parents that you were given, the siblings that you have. You didn't get a choice in that. But if you really begin to think or talk to your parents or those that, have been in your life all of your life or saw you as a child or even in utero, your personality is even present in utero. I will share my daughter. I have one daughter that is the youngest of the bunch. And in utero, she was funny. Like we literally saw on her ultrasound as I was laughing. We were doing a 3D ultrasound at that point, and we literally saw this girl laughing. And it was so funny to me and the ultrasound tech, right? And I snapped a picture of it, and it was just really so funny. And she is still funny, right? She is a natural, creative, innovative, genius type little girl, right? Fortunate that I believe all my children are very special, and I hope you think the same about yours, right? But our daughter, as an infant, was drawn to colors, drawn to creative things, very independent. Needless to say, she's taught me a lot about myself and things around me by just allowing her to be and realize what some of her strengths are and feed those. So let me give you an example of what I mean. She had to be about 9 months. She didn't want me to feed her. She wanted to do it on her own. And I was like, this can't be real. She was 5 months when I could give her blocks and she would literally sit with no support in her pack and play with the blocks, right? She could sit up at 3 months. And I'm sitting here like, this cannot be real, right? We have 4 children. We have 4 of them. My son, who is about 2.5 years in front of her, surely he was doing stuff, but this girl was just like zooming. Well, you know what? She still has that same leader driven personality. And the thing about it now, it's just a matter of helping her to balance what she might not really know how to handle in totality, but it is still who she is. She's a leader. She's a helper. She's a creative. She was about, I think I said a year, and I had gone out grocery shopping, and my husband had her, and she's always loved color. So I always bought paint and markers and pencils and created a playroom full of colors and just really let them move around. I did the little gate so that they could protect themselves from things, but they had free space to roam and get involved and touch things and sensory toys and music, and all of these things were available to them as infants. I put pencils in their hands very early and markers and crayons just to see, what did you want to do with it? This particular child, though, she was about 2 weeks old, and I sat on the couch and I literally asked her questions, and it was like her body language gave me affirmative answers. And there were certain things that I've been speaking over her life since she came out based on the conversation that we had at 2 weeks. Now, that might sound weird to some of you, but it was perfectly not weird to me. And I see much of what we talked about at 2 weeks old. I'm a believer that who you are is on the inside of you. And so my husband was in the living room with her, and she went and got her Crayola water paint, and she got her paintbrush, and she decided that she wanted to do makeup on Daddy. Now, yes, she's seen me wear makeup. I was a representative at one point that had makeup coming through our home. So she saw me, as a baby do makeup, but who thought she was paying attention to me doing makeup or would even know how to do it? So she was able to take the small paintbrush and make the motions on his eyes. But the amazing thing about it was, as he had the camera in front of her, she began to talk to the camera without any prompting. Hi, my name is Juju. I'm gonna do Daddy's eyes. And my husband was like, oh my gosh, where is mommy when I need her? Oh, I thought it was the funniest thing. So moving along further in her life, we began to talk to people and, talk about her love for makeup. She's now 9, and her love for makeup is still there. So I still get things that are friendly to her skin and teach her about, candling her skin and cleaning her skin and all of this stuff that comes along with it, right? So someone said to me, oh, did she watch YouTube? I said, no. YouTube had nothing to do with her doing makeup. As a matter of fact, she probably could have taught someone on YouTube how to do it, even as a baby. She was drawn to that as a baby. And the thing that I loved, and it really made me embrace her loving to do makeup, is she always just talked about the colors. And she would take yellow and she would take green. She'd say, Mommy, I did corn on my face. She related her makeup to food. Mommy, I did green beans. Oh, I got sweet peas. It was innocent for her. And it made me look at it differently. It was always art for her. She is an artist. Give her a canvas and give her some paint, and she is going to create. Why? It's because who she is. It's who she is to the core of her being. No one had to take her through an art class for us to be able to see this gift. No one took her through a makeup class for us to be able to see this gift. And I can go through, other scenarios. My son broke his first table at 6 months old, beating on things. He is a natural drummer and percussionist. It is who he is. No one taught him how to do it. Now, they are definitely in environments where music is life. Definitely an environment where, again, like I said, I had makeup around the house because, I was a representative at one point. And So, of course, they were exposed to certain things, but to be able to do it and execute it, my son was able to keep rhythm and time at a year old and 6 months and all of those things. His first birthday party was literally pots, pans, drums, and children. And my husband and I allowed them just to beat and do whatever they wanted to do with creativity, with cake smashes and things of that nature. That's all it was, fueling their creativity, identifying who they are in infancy and feeding it. So I am here because I believe that who you are was given to you before you came out of the womb. It can be influenced. It can be shaped, right? You can dumb it down or you can speed it up, but it's in there already. So this little girl talked to the camera and did makeup with confidence, with skill. One day, Dad was getting ready to make something and he set cream cheese out on the counter, and we walked away. She was watching TV. She went and got the cream cheese. And before you know it, she was doing a face mask. Now, the funny thing about it is I don't know if she had ever seen me do a face mask. I'm really not sure. But she took cream cheese and she made a face mask. And we were like, oh my goodness. Yep. She took the cream cheese. She took it out, scrubbed it all over her face, and wiped it on the couch. And she thought it was so beautiful. Needless to say, we didn't really think it was so beautiful on the couch, but we just graciously took it from her. We cleaned the couch and we explained to her, this is not where you put cream cheese, right? And we also explained that it was not a face mask. But truth to the point, remember, we're here because hopefully something that we say is going to stimulate you. It's going to rev up the engine, or you're going to go into full action. That's what we desire, right? We desire to stimulate you a little bit with what we talk about, like spark something in you, to rev up the engine or to get you into full acceleration. Who you are is not something that you're figuring out as you go along in your life. It's already in there. And either you have had the opportunity for it to be fueled or you've had the opportunity for it to be dampened. I want you to think about that for a moment. If it's already in there, you've had an opportunity for it to be fueled or for it to be dampened. If you know what it is, I want to encourage you today to do something greater with who you are. Like, why are you here? What are you supposed to be doing? What sphere of influence do you have? Who should you be talking to? Who should you, what question are you answering or bringing resolve to? It's already in there. And if you're a person that says, I'm just not sure, I'm kind of just figuring it out as I go along, I want you to kind of think about maybe something that you've always loved and maybe you're just not doing it anymore. Did someone say something to you? Did something happen that made you not want to do it? What's a gift area that you have that you may not be using? Yep, I want to spark something in you, help you rev up this engine so that you can accelerate in that area. Because who you are is already present. It's already there. It can be shaped or suppressed. I really believe that we can help shape the lives of young people, and it's easier to shape them into greatness than to try to pull them out of suppression later. So we have to be mindful of the words that we speak. And I think of a story of a young man that shares his story, and he was told by a teacher, an educator, that all the things that he wouldn't be and how he would probably just end up in jail. But today, he is a successful businessman running a successful company. I am grateful that that is his story, but I'm appalled that that's his narrative. Why? Because even if you see dark moments in people, you have the ability to suppress or to help increase shine. You have that ability. We get to choose what we say to other people. And this is not our segment today, but I just believe that so many things that we face today can be solved with healthy communication. So I want to say to you today, it's already in there. Who you are is already in there. The greatness, you have what you need. Surely as you come along in life, you're going to grow, you're going to develop, and our hope is that you will evolve into the greatest being that you are intended to be. But what you need to get started is in there. It's innate. And I don't know if you have the story that someone saw it, fueled it, sparked it, pushed it, supported it, or you had someone fighting all of it, regardless to where you are. This is the Real Life Topic Podcast, where we come to bring up conversations that we hope are made easier for you so that there's awareness, there's resiliency, that ability to keep on moving, even if you're not sure of all of the answers. And then resolving some of the stuff that you need answers to so that you can evolve. If nobody haven't told you lately, I believe in you. I'm proud of you. And what you need to do, everything that you've been purposed to do, it's in there because it's who you are. Thank you for joining us on today. I want you to remember that we live our life with intention, clarity, and direction. It's the on purpose life. Join us the next time that we are here.